In this presentation, we are going to cover the topic synchronous counter from chapter 4, sequential logic circuits, subject digital techniques 22320. We have already studied about the different types of counters and what is a counter. Counter which advances the sequence of numbers or states when activated by a clock input are said to operate in a count up mode. Likewise, counters which decrease their sequence of numbers of states when activated by a clock pulse are said to operate in a countdown mode. So we have already studied about the different types of counters, that is asynchronous counter and synchronous counters, basic thing. And in asynchronous and synchronous counter, both are having up counter and a down counter. Up counter starts the value from 00 to, and it goes on increasing one by one, and then again come to the initial state. And down counter, it starts from higher value, decreases one by one and comes to the initial state. So counter types, synchronous and asynchronous. Now today we are going to study the synchronous counter design. We have already covered asynchronous counter design. Now today we will cover synchronous counter design. Again, we will need T type of flip-flop, or you can use JK flip-flop and connect both the inputs together to form T type of flip-flop. Then here the very first and important thing you are going to do is clock pulse is connected to all T flip-flop. As we have studied asynchronous, you remember clock is connected to only a single flip-flop, that is first flip-flop, and then the rest of the clocks are connected to the outputs of the previous flip-flops. Here, but the clock is connected to all flip-flops. So for synchronous counter design, you must know the excitation table. So in the excitation table, there is a present state and the next state. So here we have already studied the Qn we called as past value and Qn plus 1 and present value. So if both the conditions are 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, the flip-flops inputs variations, the table is shown here for SR. If you are using SR flip-flop, if you are using JK flip-flop, if you are using D flip-flop, and if you are using T flip-flop. So basically for our synchronous designing, we will be using only T flip-flop. So you have to remember the excitation table for present state, next state, and T value, T flip-flop. So here, if you, for remembrance, you have to remember for 0, 0 output is 0, T, it is 0, 0, 1 for 0, 1 condition, T is 1, 1, 0 it is 1, and 1, 1 it is 0. So it is nothing but the XOR gate output to remember. So we'll start with the counter design. Designing steps are given here. Number of states through which counter passes, so that means number of clock pulse. Decide the number of bits. State diagram, truth table, K-map simplification, logic diagram, and timing diagram. Then first we will start with the design 2-bit synchronous up counter. The very first thing is to find the number of flip-flops. Since it is given only 2-bit, so number of flip-flop is equal to 2. Now the number of outputs and number of clock pulse is equal to 4, that is 2 raised to 2. Name of inputs T0, T1, and name of outputs Q0, Q1. Now here you have to remember is the name of the inputs is to be written in the output column, and name of the outputs is to be written in the input column of the truth table. So here you can see the next step is truth table. So here you can see this truth table. First column is decimal numbers, second is clock as usual. How many number of clock you have to count? Since it is the mod 4 counter, 2-bit synchronous counter, the 4 clock pulse we are going to count. In the input table, here Q1 and Q0 you are going to write output, and then the input names you are going to write T1 and T0. Okay. Now T1 and T0 is the output and Q1 and Q0 is the input, remember. So how to find T0 and T1 is important. Output. In the asynchronous counter it was y, and the number of clock pulse you want to count, that much one you supposed to put. But here you have to check the column, and which column you are going to check. For example, T1 is the output. For T1 check column only Q1, and for T0 check column only Q0. And how you are going to check, that is most important. So for Q0, first we will go on for Q0. So T0 column will fill. How to fill? Q0 first input is 0 and the next is 1. Q0, check only Q0 column. So first is 0, then next is 1. So present state is 0 and the next state is 1. So Q1 is the Qn and the next value. So 0 is the now present value and the next value is 1. So from the excitation table, 0 and 1 you have to check. And for 0 and 1, output for T is 1. So I'm going to write T0 1 first row. Then second value for T0, second row. How I'm going to fill is, here Q0 is 1, but the next value for Q0 is 0. You can check the arrow. Present and next. This is how we have to check, present and next. So now present value is 1, but the next what Q0 is going to come is 0. So 1 and 0 XOR, so that is 1, write 1. Now next third row of T0, how we are going to fill? Present value is 0 of Q0, but next value for Q0 is 1. So XOR 0 1 is 1. Now last here it is 1. And then I have written 0 0 because it is a counter, and counter, you know, last value Q1 and Q0 is 1 1, but again it will repeat to the initial state, that is 0 0. So in the last row I have written 0 0. So present state is 1 and next state will be 0, and XOR it and you will get 1. So T0 column, this is how you get. You have to go on checking Q0, present and next state, and write T0. Now to fill the column T1, truth table, I have to check the column Q1. Now how I am going to check the column Q1? Present state Q1 is 0 and next state will be 0. So next value we have to check. Check on the Q1 column. It is 0. So XOR it, you will get 0. Present state is 0 for Q1 and next state is 1. So it is 1. So substitute 1. Present state of Q1 is 1. Next state is 1. So it is 0, and present state of Q1 is 1 and next state is 0, so that is 1. This is how we are going to fill the truth table. Now since the output, there are two outputs, T0 and T1. So for T0 one K-map table will be there, and for T1 one K-map table you have to draw and find the equation. So here K-map for T1. So Q0 is Q0 and Q1 are the two inputs. Two input table is drawn here, and then the grouping of ones, and T1 is equal to Q0 you get. K-map for T0. Here you can find, and in the table, whole table it is 4 1. So whole table is filled with 1. If all the table of K-map is completely filled with 1, then the output is always 1. And if all the table is completely filled with 0, output is 0. So here whole table is filled with 1. There is no need of grouping. Output T0. Name of output is T0. That is equal to 1. Then the logic diagram, as you know there are two T type of flip-flops. So two flip-flops draw, two flip-flops. Then clock is connected to both the input of flip-flops, clock flip-flops. So here clock is connected to both the flip-flops. Connect clear terminal together. Then using K-map table, as you know, K-map T0, we got the equation T0 is equal to 1. That means connect T0 to 1. So it is drawn here. And the second equation you got, T1 is equal to Q0. That means connect Q0 to T1. So Q0 is connected to T1, and the output Q0 and Q1 is taken out. And this is the logic diagram or of your 2-bit synchronous up counter. State diagram of up counters. Initial state is 0 0, then 0 1, 1 0, 1 1. And then the timing diagram of 2-bit synchronous up counter. 4 clock pulse is required. Then mention Q0, draw the Q0 using truth table and Q1 using truth table. Now we will design 3-bit synchronous up counter or design modded counter. Again here 3-bit is given, so therefore 3 flip-flops will be required. Number of clock pulse we can count is number of state, and number of state is equal to 2 raised to 3, that is equal to 8. So number of flip-flops required is 3. Name of the inputs T0, T1, T2. Name of output Q0, Q1, Q2. Now you have to in the truth table you have to mention Q0, Q1, Q2 as input and T0, T1, T2 as output. So truth table, first is decimal number, then is clock, then Q2, Q1, Q0 as input. So 3 inputs, so 8 combinations, and 8 combinations afterwards. Since the counter is going to count the initial state 0, 0, 0, then 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, so on, and last state 1, 1, 1, then again it will repeat to 0, 0, 0, that is written down here. Then T2, T1, T0 is the outputs. So for to generate T0, check only Q0 column using excitation table. So again here initial state of Q0 is 0, but next state is 1. Check only Q0 column. So 0 and 1, it is 1. 1 and 0, it is 1. For T1 also do the same thing. For T1, check only Q1 column, present state and next state. And for T2, check only Q2 column, present state and next state. And fill the T2 column. Next is K-map. Since there are 3 outputs T2, T1, T0, there will be 3 K-maps. For K-map for T2, K-map for T1 and K-map for T0. So here K-map for T0, since there is 3 inputs Q2, Q1, Q0, substitute there all ones. Since the whole table is filled with 1, T0 is equal to 1. K-map for T1, then after substituting 1, group the ones, 4 ones, so only single group is there, and write the equation. So T1 is equal to Q0. K-map for T2, grouping. After grouping, you get the output equation T2 is equal to Q1 and with Q0. Then is logic diagram. So in the logic diagram, T0, T1, T2, connect all clock to all the clock input of flip-flops. Then connect all clear terminals together, and using the K-map equation, you have to draw the logic diagram and do the connections. So if in the K-map you got T0 is equal to 1, so connect T0 to 1. K-map you got T1 is equal to Q0, that means connect Q0 to Q1, Q0 to T1. So your Q0 is connected to T1, and in the equation you got T2 is equal to Q0 and with Q1. So AND gate is there, Q0 is taken and connected, Q1 is taken and connected to AND gate inputs, and output of AND gate is connected to T2. And this is the overall logic diagram of your counter, 3-bit synchronous up counter. Then next is the state diagram. Since it is going to count the states, all states are shown here, and then coming to the initial state 0, 0, 0. This is the timing diagram of 3-bit up counter. 8 clock pulses are required, and draw Q0, Q1, Q2 from the truth table. Thank you.